Hey friends, this is Gina from Destination Baby and Kids YouTube channel. Super excited to be here with you today to go over some differences between the Reef 2 and the Reef 2 2025, the brand new edition that just arrived at my store. Super excited to be filming this and showing you guys. So if you haven't yet, go ahead and like this channel, follow this channel, like the video, subscribe. We love that. Now, if you have questions after this video about the differences between these models, feel free to leave them below in the comment section. Also, which one do you think is cooler? I'm curious to see what people are saying about the different options, different pricing, different weight. So there are some differences between the Reef 2 and the Reef 2 2025, and we're gonna go over that with you today. So again, if you like either of these products, head on over to my website, destinationbabykids.com. You can buy either one of them directly from me. If you enjoy this YouTube channel, the best way to show your support is to go ahead and purchase directly from me. So again, destinationbabykids.com. You can check out the Reef 2 or Reef 2 2025, either option. Until we run out of stock, we'll be able to sell either to you. So let's launch into what makes these two strollers, which are both fabulous, a little bit different. All right, so I have the Reef 2 2025 shown here in the limited edition, special edition Espresso. So this is a special color for 2025. It does read special edition on the side of the stroller, which is very, very cool. I have both of these strollers set up right now in what I would call newborn mode. So newborn mode means I have the newborn apron engaged, which is included in the purchase price. I have the seat reclined all the way to its deepest recline. And then I also have the sunshade pulled down all the way to give the strongest possible sun coverage available, UPF 50. And if you want, you can pull up on the back of the seats. Both of them have the option of the ventilated panel. So if you want to get some ventilation going while you go for a walk, you're going to be able to do that. Now, what you're noticing on this tan color called Stone is going to be the sun sail. So on Reef 2, which is the older model, the sun sail, which is what you see here, is included in the purchase price. In the new model, the Reef 2 2025, the sun sail is no longer an included accessory. Realistically, I can see why they may or may not want to include this anymore, just in general. It's a piece that can easily get lost. I looked for mine for about 30 minutes before I made this video, and I try to be pretty clean here at the store and keep stuff in a way where I'm able to find it, but it did take me forever to figure out where it was. And it's just sort of something that some climates might utilize more than others. So no, it doesn't come with the sun sail any longer. I'm gonna do my best to try and remove this as rapidly as I can. There we go. So it won't be included in the purchase price any longer. If it's an additional accessory, I'll have to check for you all. But that is one feature of Reef 2. It would include a sun sail. Reef 2 2025 will not. Now, if we look at Reef 2 2025 and Reef 2, it's really nice that I have this stone color to show you because this difference is a pretty big difference between the two models. On Reef 2, in the stone, as you can see on the back of the seat, there's a spine. That's this sort of crisscross on the back of the seat. On the spine itself of the seat, there is a pincher where you pinch. And what that is doing is that is having the harness raise up and down on the front side of the seat. So I'll turn the seat around to show that in action in just a second. But that's what's going on to adjust that harness height on Reef 2. Now, if we went to Reef 2 2025, if you lift the seat up, you'll notice on the back of this, there is no more spine. I think this is a good thing. It actually lowers the weight of the seat by about a pound, which is very helpful on a product like this. It is on the more robust side in terms of weight. However, it's because the component pieces are so beautifully made and they are so nice that they just have more heft than like a lot of plastic pieces. So there's like a lot of metal in this product, which just makes it generally a little bit heavier. Conversely, one of the sturdiest strollers to push. So this is definitely an outdoor option. You can push it for all different kinds of terrains. If you walk dogs, one of the things that I hear consistently from my consumers is that They like how sturdy it feels on the ground, whereas if an animal were to pull, they would not worry about the stroller tipping over because it is just so sturdy. So either version is going to give you that, which is really great. The stone color one here, the Reef 2, that's going to clock in at 28 pounds, and the original, the new Reef 2025 is going to be a pound lighter, so it's going to be the 27 pounds, which is quite exciting. Now, they both still have the single-handed operation and fold, so I can close both quite easily. And another nice feature of both of these is that when they're folded, the handle does not touch the floor. It's just going to be the wheels. So 4 on the floor. That's always my favorite type of configuration. So you'll see here, they're folded up and they don't have the handle touching the ground. They do have a carry handle. So that's going to be the same between both of them. And I will go ahead and flip these around to be forward facing to show you that difference of the harness moving. Because again, that is going to be our most pronounced difference between the two models, with that spine being gone and the weight being lighter on the new version. And as I pointed out, they're both the memory button, one-handed seat flip. So that's a very easy piece to flip around and move. And sit the seat up right here, get this going. And I want to pull that out because I think that looks better. This is just such a nice color. This espresso is particularly special because it has an embossed fabric on it, which is like a 3D sculpted fabric. It feels unbelievable to the touch. Now the stone, which is the Reef 2 2024, that fabric on it is still pretty fabulous. Feels very, very lush. So they're both top of the line, but I will definitely give an edge to this new espresso color. Very cool. Let's go ahead and turn this guy around. So as I pointed out, if I want to adjust the harness height on the tan one, the stone color one, I would grab the pincher on the back and I would have the option to move the shoulder piece up and down. And that's that clicking sound you hear. In some cases, some people might argue that's more pieces to break. So this new model, which is lighter, has a no rethread harness on the front that you just individually adjust either side. And the lack of spine on the back of the seat might be more comfortable for kiddos. We don't have feedback on that yet, but I know older models of this, the spine sometimes could be felt on the back of the seat. So probably wise moving forward to be getting rid of it. I can understand why that would be a design change that they would be interested in. Okay, so the chassis is going to be the same between both models. So let's talk about that. The backrest height of either of these is 22 inches. Oh, pricing. So Reef 2, which is this guy here, is the $11.99. Reef 2 2025 is $12.99. So it's $100 more, but again, lighter weight. This harness has a lower starting height. So your harness height on Reef 2 2025 is 9 inches. On Reef 2, the older model, it's 10 1/4. Both raise all the way up to 14.75 for harness height. Like I said, the seat height is 22 inches on either. The canopy clearance is 22 inches. The seat width is 11.5 wide. The depth is 9.5 or 16 if you have the additional foot plate up. It's probably easier to show on this model just because the color is a little lighter. And again, they both come in other colors. So if you want to check that out, head over to my website, destinationbabykids.com. You can have a look at all the colors for either model. But as you can see here, that adjustable foot plate, the depth here is the 9.5, and then when that's up, you're at like 16. This distance all the way down, which I call the drop, is 10.5. The buckle style on either is the 3-point magnetic, so very easy to do. You'll pop it there, and then it'll just hook back together without any blood blisters, which is so great. Click that back on. And let's see. Handle heights on both, there's 4 positions, 38, 40, 42, 44. So it'll start short, come up there and there. So 4 different heights on both of them. The weight, as I mentioned, is heavier on the old model. So 28 pounds, 27 on the new model. They both have a wheel lock on the front. They both include the front bar. They both work for newborn. You can do a car seat on either option. You can buy the car seat adapters separately for $60. Either one of these has an option for a bassinet sold separately, so that would work well. Your basket shelf size on both is identical, which is going to be the 20 deep by 16 wide. The opening on the front is 7 inches. The opening on the back is going to be 5. If the seat is turned around, the opening on the front is 10 and the opening on the back is 6. So, you know, you've got a big gracious opening either way, which is really awesome. Sandal friendly brake on both models. So I'm wearing sandal right now. Brake, undo, very easy. And warranty is 3 years, and the basket capacity on this has remained the same at 22 pounds. So again, big difference between the new model and the older one is basically the included sun sail, lighter weight, slightly more accommodating harness, and removal of that back spine, which makes the new version a pound lighter. Slightly more expensive, but again, moving into 2025, not super surprising. Everything's gone up in price. And if you still wanted the Reef 2 and you love the sun sail and you like the slightly less expensive price, until we sell through what we have, you'll be able to buy whatever you like. So hopefully that's helpful for you guys. If you have questions or comments, please feel free to leave them below. Like I said, I do my best to try and go over those differences, but if it makes sense for you to ask more questions, please feel free to do it. And please feel free to check out my other videos on the Reef 2 2025 or the regular Reef 2. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.